Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to Reen Stares at You. And welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we finally made our way back to the prologue. We've finally made our loop back. Corellia Fortress is under attack by the Liberation Front, so now we've split into two teams to try and take care of them before they get to the main cannons. We also now have Sarah. Yes, we can actually play as her now. She uses a sword and a gun. Alright. Oh boy. And I guess we'll have Millium as well. Why not? Actually, we have Evergreen, Diablo, and Pain. An orbital gun named Diablo and a special blade called Pain. Yeah, that's promoted. What does your ordnance set look like? Thor. Recover HP and EP through attacks and crafts. Okay. Sounds useful. Do you think she's going to become a permanent party member at some point? That'd be pretty sick if so. But more than likely not, I expect. But yeah, we'll make that work. Alright. Also, apologies if I have to get up and do something in midway through here because the cat's inside in my room with me, and I might have to let them back out at some point if they start meowing. So if you suddenly hear meowing, then that's probably why. Anyways, oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I have a timer for 4 hours. Something on the side. Apologies. All right.
Here they come.
Archaisms. Here we go.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study. Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it.
Let's go.
I welcome all challengers.
Here we go.
Okie dokie. It's nice having the instructor in our team.
Okay.
Alright. Flash. Seal 30% chance, delay 30. Overtakes foes like a lightning bolt. Flash!
Didn't see that coming.
Wow, that damage.
Yeah. Of course.
Here we go.
Okay. Now and open.
Ow. Ow.
Leave it to me. Of course.
My turn. Go.
And one
Cut
for
him
me. Not half bad.
You say as you outdo us.
It would be pretty cool if she just ended up becoming a permanent party member now.
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so.
They definitely look more like orbally powered archaisms than monsters.
Millium.
These are archaisms.
Are you certain, instructor?
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal
Ouroboros.
with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
I still can't remember if Millium and Crow were in the intro cutscene. They very well might have been, and I'm just being very forgetful right now. I just cannot for the life of me remember if they were or not. Okie dokie. There's apparently a bunch of stuff here in there. We're gonna try and explore all the rooms. What did I just... Uh-oh. I was about to say, did I hit something? I heard something crack.
What the?
Looks like they were packing explosive charges. We'll need to find another route.
Reviving bomb. Pick him up. Alright, here we go. Can't go that way. Get out of here.
Here we go.
thundering roar.
Is that
Mine
a treasure
3.
chest?
We're probably just going to try and explore every room as is. Is there going to be any point to it? Probably not, but I kind of just want to do it to feel satisfied. Surprised that works.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
Now I'm curious, with how powerful Sarah seems, we're going to definitely be fighting... we're fighting either S or V, the Gatling Gun Girl or the whatchamacallit guy. Or sorry, the Gatling Gun guy or the Flaming Sword Girl. The question is, which one are we actually going to be dealing with?
Be
Leave it
careful,
to me.
everyone.
This is not the path we took last time. Oh no. Wait a minute, I have a... Oh no, hang on.
Okay.
We did not go this way last time. I can remember that much. Hang on. I have a bad feeling. I want to check something. No, there's no way. This is different. No, this is a completely different path from what we took in the prologue. Now, it could just be that the game wants us to have it where... It could just be a case of the game making it so that, well, you know, we're not going to show you everything at the beginning so as to not overwhelm you, so we're going to give you an altered variant of this scene for the intro. But you know what another time that the Trails series has done this? Back at the beginning of Zero. And you know what happened during the... And you want to know why I remember that? Because it turned out that at the beginning of Zero was a different reality that he ended up making sure was changed when she got her power as the Septarian. Because the SSS was killed in it. So, if I go under the assumption that something similar is happening here, did Class 7 die?
It seems this is a storage area.
Plenty of archaisms wandering around here, too.
I can't even think of like a basic like, oh, they probably just switched this for the sake of not making a proper tutorial. No, I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Last time they did this, it ended up being the most important part of the entire story, it feels like.
Another chance.
And one from me. Leave it to me.
I'd be foolish to consider this as nothing more than just changing for gameplay purposes. This series has done that before and it's gotten me bamboozled. I refuse. Could you not?
Here we go.
My turn.
It's my turn.
I'm starting to wonder if Class 7 died.
Okay.
It feels like that's a
Leave it-
very real possibility. Sarah, you are powerful. You could probably single-handedly do all the stuff that we do.
Treasure chest.
Can't get over there. There's gonna have to be another path that lets me get back there. Still though, now, gosh dang it, I do not trust this at all. I don't trust this for a second. No, sir. I refuse to trust this.
Enemy sighted. My
Did
turn.
Kia change even more aspects of reality than we were told in Azure in order to keep the SSS alive? Is Class 7 going to become important to actually keeping the SSS alive?
Oh, that's a beautiful looking
Because that's what I'm starting to believe. If Kia's influence went as far as to even over here, then what if that was the same... I don't know. It would...
We finally got around to the other side.
The path to the right leads deeper into the fort. Let's keep moving.
It would explain my theory potentially of... Oh. Journal. The recipe for the mess hole's hashed beef rice is sticking out. Oh, hey. Anyways, as I was gonna say, it also might explain why I feel like I have this weird memory of not remembering seeing Crow or Millium at the beginning of the game. I could have just forgotten that. Uh-oh. Huh. That's one of the terrorist airships. You see any of them around? Why would they leave it unattended? Get back! Lammy! God damn! Thanks, Lamb! Ah. They blew up their own aircraft. That's too close. Looks like they must have rigged us to blow. Thank you, Millium. Right. Your quick thinking really saved our skins. You're welcome. Why sit here, though? It's not like this is the most effective place to put a trap. No idea, but I'm sure it all plays into their plan somehow. Anyway, let's save the big picture for questions for later. We need to stop them from firing those railway guns. Right, let's move. I don't intend on letting those criminals have their way. Okay, we can't go back out there. I just want to check. Was I already in this room? I think I was. Pick up the items. I really hope they fix that. That's the only thing I want them to change, I feel. When we get to Cold Steel 2, can we please have it so it's easier to hit things? Here's the room. Yeah, this is where we, Okay. This is an area that we saw at the, intro, in the prologue. What might be another alternate reality at this rate. I'm not going to be any surprised at this rate. Or, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm going to still be completely surprised because it's me. It's me we're talking about. Of course I'm still going to be completely blindsided and surprised.
Is that a treasure
Vanish.
chest?
Let me guess. Some sort of like 10% chance to make an enemy vanish? Yeah, exactly that actually.
Oh, an Orman charging station!
I don't like the implications.
That door near it looks like it leads outside.
Probably an external corridor. Everyone, follow me.
Let me pick up the thing. The implications are slightly concerning, but not like there's a whole lot we can do about them. Let's go. Hello? Oh, that's why. I remember. We're gonna fight those two other Archaisms after here.
This must be Corellia Canyon. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
There!
Are they actually gonna get to fire them? Oh! Wait, if I'm right that this is a different reality, then those cannons actually fired, didn't they? If I'm right that this is a different reality, just like what happened at the beginning of Zero, then it's possible that I think those cannons may have actually fired. And of course, I mean, if those get fired, then of course, who dies? The freaking SSS as well.
The railway guns.
He would also have to rewrite reality so that that event does not occur.
They're enormous.
They sure are.
Damn. How did they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Because I remember that Reen at the end, before the prologue ends, he screams no at the cannons, like wanting them to stop. But I'm assuming that they probably did. Oh, this had to have been our. It really was in our reality, wasn't it? At the beginning of the game. Yep, and there's those two Archaisms.
Are these control unit archaisms?
And something's. If I'm right, then those cannons probably fired, and then this reality, the one that we're in, something's going to probably stop them from firing.
Well, they're certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Ugh, we don't have time for this.
That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Either something's going to prevent them from firing, or they're somehow going to misfire.
We need to take these things out fast.
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
That's what
Bring
I'm
it on.
assuming is gonna happen.
My turn.
Come on.
Huh.
Leave it
Let's
to
go.
me.
Differentes. Blood!
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
These guys got a lot of health.
dance.
So does them one at a time. Fire!
My turn.
Blind is applicable, and so is burn and freeze, so.
Marcus, activate.
My turn.
Adamantine shield. Little prep.
Okay.
Sealing odds are not really the best, but let's just go for damage. Pressel Flood.
It's my turn.
Cyclonic? Whatever. Laser. Bolt!
My turn.
Radiant Wings. Ugh.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Here goes.
Crap.
Ha.
It's my turn.
I can at least protect these three. I'm a bit worried what's going to happen to Emma, but I want to protect these three.
Shield us from harm.
Shield.
Crescent shot.
Does it reflect whatever it's doing? Oh, wrong one. Whoops. We might be okay then.
Of course.
I'm not going to be able to hit both, but I can get pretty hit. Ooh.
Go. Now's our chance.
Now!
Let's go, everyone.
Right.
Of course.
Go! Very nice.
My turn.
You know what? We're going for it. Plasma Storm. I want to see what yours looks like. Charge!
Let's see you live through this. Plasma storm.
Lightning Bolt! There goes one.
It's my turn.
Now, let's take care of your friend here. It does have burn on it.
Arcus, activate.
Crystal Flood.
Here we go.
Now.
Blood. Shockwave blast.
Right.
My turn.
My turn.
You know what? We're going for it.
My turn. Okay.
Right. Now.
Nice.
Well then.
Nice.
Level ups. All right, let's see. Ow.
A southern.
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to.
All right. Let's see. Is something gonna stop them? That's what I think's gonna happen. Something's gonna stop them. Because otherwise it would just be lights out for a crossbell. Either some stops them or they misfire.
Railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't.
Let's see. What happened? They didn't fire, did they? What's happening?
What? They didn't launch anything.
Is there nothing in the shells? In the actual cannons?
Oh, maybe the first bullet in each of the railway guns is a blank to prevent firing accidents.
Oh?
What?
They do that?
I bet they do once Kia changes reality.
Sure seems that way.
Because there's no way that didn't happen. There's no way that things didn't happen different. Things had to have happened differently in the prologue. I'm convinced it was the same thing that happened in Zero that was revealed at the end of Azure, that he had changed reality to make sure that Estelle and Joshua joined the SSS during their events in the Sunfort to ensure that the SSS would survive. The same thing, I guarantee, happened to make sure that the SSS would survive from those railguns being shot. Reality had to have been changed again so that the SSS wouldn't get shot at with those rail cannons, because they're all at Crossbell right now. If those cannons fired, we were told at some point, I'm pretty sure, that those are basically the equivalent of nukes, of firing nukes. So those things would just disintegrate Crossbell.
And now that they fired once, it's gonna take some time before they're ready to fire again.
Then if we can reach them before that.
Yeah. There's no way we're going to let them get off a second shot.
Yep. That's what I'm guaranteed. That's what I'm positive happened. All right. Well, now we don't have to worry about we don't have to worry. At least I doubt we
My
will.
turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I really.
Evil.
Yeah, how much did you change? I swear to God, we're gonna start the freaking. The next thing that's gonna happen, mark my words, is that once we get to the Calvert
a
games, because I
treasure
know
chest?
those are like. I think the Calvert games are like the Daybreak games. Once we get to those ones, I swear to God, if it starts with another similar sequence, I'm probably just gonna scream like, Kia, what did you do again? How many things did you change to keep the SS alive?
Enemy sighted. Take him out.
Oh yeah, enemies. How many realities did we go through before the SSS was allowed to live?
Go. Another chance.
And one for
You're
me.
done.
Yeah.
Because it certainly feels like we've gone through one too many at this rate.
Right.
Reality just really doesn't want those four to exist, do they? Or six if you consider Noelle and Wazzy at this time. The point is, they can't catch a break. Their saving grace is the fact that their child is like a demigod. Or had demigod-like powers and did not refuse to let them die. This just makes me feel even worse for the SSS. Really do feel like the ones that get the short end of the stick everywhere we go. even when they're not part of the game at all. Implications imply they get the short end of the stick.
Oh, a treasure chest.
You're lucky to get a stick at all. I'm surprised I counted.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Have I? It says I have.
Okay.
My turn.
Here we
At
go.
this point, I don't really care too much if I scan everything or not. I'll try and scan things if I want. I'll mostly just...
Another storage area.
Looks like we hang a left if we want to go through.
I'll mostly just scan bosses and stuff, probably. Base enemies I'm not too caring on, honestly. New material. Where did it say this goes? Ah, hey. We can get this now. Up.
They come.
You know what? That's honestly on me. I was gonna say, we didn't check you. I'm almost positive.
And one for me. Leave it to me.
Right.
Laura,
My
that
turn.
works.
Yeah.
I was really worried for a second. Didn't have to be. Kill.
You say
Not
it's
great.
not us.
Attacks and crafts deal critical damage 5% of the time. Pretty nice.
I feel like I'm going
That should
Just
Hellfire. That sounds like a potent quartz. Hellfire. Flame Tongue, Volcanic Rain, and Flare Bomb. EP and AT, AP 100, ATS 10. That sounds fantastic, actually. What? Yeah, give that to you. What the heck? Give that to you, of course. That sounds busted. Okie dokie. I think we're going this way, right?
We have the
I
advantage.
swear. I really do want to know how far in advance was this, like, was the Trails series stories made up in advance? Like, how much of this story was done in advance? Because it feels like they planned at least, like 10 years worth of games in, like, 1 year in advance. Did they plan all of this from the very beginning? Did they know exactly how each and every game was going to go?
We have
Was the
nothing to
game
fear.
always rigged from the start?
go.
These are the questions that are bugging my mind,
My
as well as the fire that burns on my skin.
My turn. That's the power.
You can't touch me. That was great.
Okay.
My turn. Go.
And one for me. Okay.
Right. Evil.
Well, I'll just have to sidestep that, the possibilities of what happened there for later, because I'm positive those will probably get explained to us at a later date. Don't know when. Sometime, though. Why are you not shooting?
Now's the chance. Let's
Sarah, why do you have to, half the time not shoot?
My turn.
You know,
My
Don't
turn.
mess it up.
Grillia Fortress has a lot of
My
enemy
turn.
chests, you know?
It's my turn.
Of course.
Go.
Ooh, sorry.
And one for me.
Almost just hurt myself. Went to prop myself up by using my armchair, the arm on my chair.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Yay! Fight.
Like that.
I almost lost my grip is the point I was going to try and make. Domination? Curious. First attack craft can use each battle deals double damage. Wow. could be useful for farming, but otherwise for things like a boss fight or lasting fights, no, that just feels like a wasted slot. But for farming, that sounds invaluable. Put that on the character that always starts the fight. Easy kills. Might have to remember that one.
This is the freight platform. We finally made it to the other side.
We've got to be close. Just need to head up that staircase over there.
7th Mass.
Oh, a treasure
Shield
chest.
3. Get over here.
Here we go!
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Of course.
Here we go!
Take him out. What?
Sarah here. Yeah. We're almost to the railway. May Adios be with us both.
Is Group B almost there?
This is it. So get ready.
Understood.
Alright. Yep, the game's right. This is it. We're probably gonna fight one of those two. Who are we fighting? Big gun guy or fire swordswoman? Let's find out. Who is it?
There's one of them.
So these are the railway guns.
It's gigantic.
Yeah?
They intend to turn this on a city full of hundreds of thousands of innocent people.
Get over here.
Who the hell are you? You're those kids from the military academy. Stay away from the railway gun.
No. Come here, cowards.
Enough from you.
We need to take them down as quickly as possible.
Go.
Bring it on! Go!
Quickly as possible, you say. Saying less.
Here we go!
Okay, maybe say more.
My turn.
Of course.
Go!
Leave it to me.
Are you guys gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna... These guys have genuinely not done a thing yet.
Go! Now's a chance!
Crush 'em!
Right, leave it to me.
This
You
is
all
our
suck.
real power.
Now!
This isn't the first time I've crossed swords with the Imperial Liberation Front.
They don't seem really strong, just really obstinate.
What would push them to go this far?
You can discuss that later.
Right. We need to stop the railway gun first.
Come on.
Get back.
Fire! Hello there.
It would have been smarter to stay away, S.
I'm impressed you saw me coming, Purple Lightning. I see the rumors about you weren't just trumped-up stories.
I love a good compliment, but getting one from a terrorist just doesn't put a spring in my step. Still, I suppose the fact you're here means the other ringleaders must be over at the other gun.
V certainly is.
And see?
As for Gideon, I'm sorry to say he lost his life in Crossbell a short while ago.
Just as I thought. He was part of the group that got slaughtered by the Red Constellation.
What?
He did?
Mm-hmm.
I just received a call about it a few minutes ago. Apparently, he was killed by a real top-rate Jaeger Corps hired by your friend, the Blood and Iron Chancellor.
Yep.
Poor guy. I heard it was practically a massacre.
It was bloody.
What a terrible way to go.
Well, Gramps isn't exactly known for his bountiful sense of mercy.
No shit.
If you don't want to die like a dog, don't run around snapping your fangs at everyone.
You keep talking like this has nothing to do with you, but I take it you've got no intention of beating a retreat. It sounds like you've got the railway gun set to automatic firing mode, too.
That's a thing?
I was wondering what that sound was.
It was fighting another round!
Oh, I was hoping you'd miss it in all your battling. It's got, 10 minutes or so to go.
Conniving witch.
You can let us past, or we're going to force our way through. Your choice.
Careful. She's a dangerous one to tangle with.
It's a blade that's not only has fire, that seems to have fire with it, but it's a wit blade.
And she's hiding something.
Right again.
Maybe?
Dear,
Chaosms.
giant archaisms!
Oh, it's those.
Ooh, just my color, too. For borrowed muscle, I've really taken a liking to them.
Scarlet. Finally get a name for you.
Gideon might have fallen, but it's not too late to send the Chancellor to join him on his way to Gehenna.
How about you go instead?
Crossbell's counting on us. Strike with everything you've got.
Let's rock!
Let's go. Come on. Do we actually have a time limit here?
Satisfy me, little kittens.
My turn.
Nope, we don't. Don't have to worry. All right. Second main leader of the Liberation Front, Scarlet. Bewitching Imperial Liberation Front executive, torments and slaughters foes with a Templar sword. That's right, that's what it is. It is a Templar sword. It's the same one that Reese uses.
It's my turn.
At least it's the same as the one.
Analyzing the enemy's fight.
My turn.
Thunder and roar.
My turn. No escape.
Come here.
My turn.
Yeah, I got a weird idea. Give me a second. I got an idea.
Delicious.
Max damage. Wolf. Max damage and crit. Strike. Beautiful.
It's my turn.
Absolutely immaculate.
Arcus, activate.
Leave it to me.
Flash.
Go. There.
Autumn the cutter.
Yeah.
Phantom phobia.
Of course.
Faint.
Aren't you feisty? We'll see how long that lasts.
Here we go.
You really want us? You really think you should be talking right now? Let's go ahead and work on your friend.
My turn.
Of course.
Now. Yeah.
turn.
Of course.
My turn. Now's a chance.
And one for
You're
me.
done.
Okay.
Good.
Of course.
Leave it to me. Here goes.
Go.
It's my turn.
Paralysis. Question. Yes.
My turn.
Here we go.
Okay.
Of course.
My turn.
My turn.
Okay.
Bruh. This is kind of mean. I love it.
Of course.
My turn.
And one for me.
Leave it to me.
Right.
This is cruel and unusual punishment.
Go. Now's a chance.
And one for me.
Wait. Oh.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Leave it to me.
You know what? Fair enough. That was on me. Now,
Thank you very much.
allow me to repay you in kind.
Behold the might of the Arcade School.
I honestly completely forgot that human characters can also use S-Crafts, but... Here.
Was it strong? How humiliating.
No! Oh,
On
whatever.
our own path.
Wait, Laura still got experience, thank goodness. Never mind, we're okay.
I did
Feel it.
Just
Out. Yep.
No.
Got it. Alright. Alright. All good. Looks like they got theirs done too.
Systems deactivated. Thank goodness.
Ah, you got me. Shouldn't have expected any less from the ace of the 4th Armored Division. Or from Sylphid. The rest of you weren't half bad either.
I can't believe you could take on this many of us at once.
He's a guy who can one-hand a Gatling gun.
You are one tough old bear.
Who are
Reinhardt
you?
here. We've regained control of the left railway gun.
Well, crisis
and we
averted.
deactivated the right wing's railway gun over here. Good work.
We did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
My. You can hardly call our crossing paths coincidence at this point. Oh well, no matter. Everything played out just like C said it would, both here and in Crossbell.
Why would C know?
What are you talking about?
Comrade S.
Why would C know about... Wait, what?
what? How can they still move?
We'd completely incapacitated them.
What's going on?
Go, Comrade S. Regroup with Comrades C and V and bring the hammer down once and for all.
Oh, gosh dang it.
That's the plan. Well, I'll catch you all in the great beyond.
What?
Nope, there she goes.
She wouldn't.
Yes, she did. But you are insane.
Damn.
And V's gonna do the same, or what? What? Did they say his name was Vulcan? I could have sworn I thought I saw it say his name was Vulcan for some reason. Bro, literally every teammate in that side has a gun.
My name
At least...
is Seal,
Oh, finally.
leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. Allow me to extend my congratulations. You did well, fending off our two-pronged attack here and in Crossbow. But you would be foolish to assume this is the end of it. The Hammer of Judgment shall fall again. I'm ready.
Well, we at least pushed him back.
How can this be? So this is the Imperial Liberation Front. For even more reason than I thought.
Well, on the bright side, we did what we could. Crossbell's safe. I still think that there's a good chance that the prologue we saw is not the same prologue we saw that we've played through just now. Again, I still think this is the same situation that happened in Zero, where we had a different prologue than what would eventually would happen, and we revealed that it was Kia that changed reality to make it so that we would survive. I think the same thing happened here, where the guns, Guerrilla Fortress likely did get to fire off those cannons and actually kill everyone in Crossbell. But Kia, being that she has that Septarian's power, she could rewrite history once again. In this case, making it so that the shells, the first shells that are shot, are just blanks. So they don't actually do anything. Meaning that, of course, they would have to wait until they can properly have it loaded again, which would give us more than enough time to take him out.
So C was here after all.
Who is he anyway? What's he hiding? Even the intelligence division's drawing a blank trying to gather info on him.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive, and they will talk.
What? Huh? Never mind.
What the hell?
They have something like...
Is this poison?
I thought so. I've heard of, like... Isn't it something like having poison, on, like a capsule under a tongue that you bite down on?
What?
This is bad.
Yeah. They would rather die than give out info.
Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I don't think we're gonna be able to save them. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to neutralize the poison. Emma, if you got any herbs you think might help, give me a hand here.
Of course!
Emma could use her power, potentially, but...
Do you think they'll pull through?
Nope.
Not sure. I'd give them 50-50 maybe.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no guarantee they'll regain consciousness.
Why? Why would they go this far?
They are dedicated to their goal.
These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
With some quick thinking, hard fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack in its tracks. But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of glad it didn't. I feel like that would just cause too many problems regarding our stay in Thors.
In the days that followed, we still felt shaken. Our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
Chapter 5. Signs and Omens.
Keep up the good work!
Nice. Alright, did I actually get everything? I don't think I did.
Perfect!
I'm wrong as hell.
You guys are the best!
Rank up, art support, auto curia, counterattack, counterattack. Okie dokie. Let's continue. Bro, my cat has just been under my bed this entire time so far. Okay, so we are now past the prologue. Okie dokie.
Half a month after the incident at Guerrilla Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire.
Now at this point, Dieter Croy would also have announced that Crossbell's going
The
independent.
government increased patrols by the Railway Military Police as part of their counter-terrorism measures.
I have to imagine they're going to mention the independence thing.
While the Noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger Corps. At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade conference in Crossbell.
Thankfully, the SSS was there to help
And
out.
as we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the Noble faction itself.
Yep, there it
Meanwhile,
is.
New information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all. During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvert and Erebonia.
We know how that's going to go, and I assume we're obviously probably not going to get to the. I assume that during the second game, we're probably going to take. The second game's probably going to take place during the same time that the events of the rest of Azure take place, I'm assuming.
To no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the Noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving.
Well, it's kind of both real and delusional raving, as we've seen.
But one thing was clear. That declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
I like that across all of this, Liberal is just kind of on the side. It's just like, Liberal is just kind of like staring at this with like popcorn, just like, what the hell going on over there? It's like, we've had our own crisis for long enough. We ain't getting into this anymore. We'll just send Estelle and Joshua to anywhere where crises are happening. Hey, wait a minute, aren't you two kids the ones that we saved? Or are you just similar looking? Well, finally we're back at Thor's. Feels like it's been half a year since. Why are there cars here?
On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Oh dear. Wait! Vander! Is that Vander? Was that actually Vander? Oh, hey, Olivier. I saw Rufus and Carl and... Hey, Van Dyke.
And that concludes my biannual report.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests, too.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The Student Council president, in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more positive note.
At this point, I wonder, do you think they're, do you think that the SSS is in Michelin Wonderland as we speak at this point? Or, no, that would have happened, like, the day after, I think, or maybe a week. I think it was either a day or a week, but I think we're well past that point. But the SSS would have gone to Michelin Wonderland just to try and get rid of all that depression of witnessing Randy's, fun family activity.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly, what happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole. But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
I just noticed your eyes are purple. there's nothing significant about that. I just noticed your eyes are purple, and it just stuck out to me.
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is. And I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Drycles?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Drycles' intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Drycles' true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
Well, for one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Drycles' time, at least in that particular respect.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
Well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
No. No.
I'm here to moderate this.
No.
It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand.
I'm just here to make sure none of you try and kill each other.
That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
Damn.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Help me!
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbal Net should be a top priority.
Do you want the tanks to get... I agree with her. Do you want the tanks to become sentient again?
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree, but we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
I keep forgetting about them.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbal Staves and the Arcus units.
Excuse you?
Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
Hey, do not take away my cool stuff.
Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress.
No.
While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study.
While I disagree, at the same time, I understand why they're saying it. I mean, think of it from their perspective. All three of those main heads there have family in there. Like, Erina has her daughter, Carl has his son, and Rufus has his brother. They've all got family in the class. And the current political climate says that there's a decent chance that something very terrible could happen and places could just get erased out of existence if we're not careful. So I can understand, like, let's not send them out to, like, places that might potentially get attacked. Let's make sure they're in the place that probably is going to keep them the most safe, which is an academy with, like, actual, like, a place where they're learning to fight and all that.
We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
But again, I disagree. And I feel like they
Arise,
do.
O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
What?
I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drycles. They've become something of a school motto here. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Aw.
Your Highness.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
Bruh.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
Bruh!
I do wonder about my brother sometimes.
Bruh!
However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
With the Academy Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
We're not gonna see it, are we? Okie dokie. Sick period, special homeroom.
All right, I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival.
Oh boy. Hey, we're in outfits again. I like these outfits. 127th Military Academy Festival.
The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th. Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do. Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes.
Okay.
Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on, no one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Milliam, do not speak. I feel like she just heard what I said with that reaction. What? What do you think?
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
Bro, you come up with an idea.
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me.
We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival. So as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man, look at you guys taking this all seriously.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
I actually am kind of curious too.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attractions.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes roll over us because we're small.
Thank you, Milliam.
You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours. What?
I agree with Fee.
It must have been Ferris.
Yep.
That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
Womp womp.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
Come on, everyone, get it together.
Here we go.
Instructor Sarah?
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought
No.
you all might like to know that the Board of Directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
Then...
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood, because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
Yippee!
You mean it?
Yippee!
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
Yippee!
Yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It's at least nice to see the class perking up again.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh.
If you say so.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Hey, Irina. Rufus. Carl. Vander. Freaking Vander. Why do I keep getting dragged out here with you? Mother! Dad! Does that kid sound like me? Aw. Fuck yes, I haven't had the chance to talk with you since the summer festival. It sounds like you were quite the heroes at Corellia Fortress. Come on, don't tease us. I'll be the first to admit that we acted rashly. But in the end, I have no regrets. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you again. Likewise, May feels so far behind us now. You have questions, no? It's written all over your face. I do. You and Legram, weren't you? To meet Duke Cayenne? Correct. I was hoping to have time to greet you and your classmates, too. But I imagine you would rather he not take too close an interest in you. You imagine right. Still, I'm concerned. What is the House of Arborea playing at? And not just us, what are the four great houses and the rest of the noble faction trying to accomplish? You ask like there's a simple answer. The four grey houses aren't as united in opinion as you might think. Even within individual families, there can be disagreements. You know that I differ with Father on several issues. But rather than worrying about others' positions, I'd suggest giving some thought to your own as a member of the family.
I'm surprised you actually managed to make it here. I was expecting a business negotiation to crop up just in the nick of time, like it always does. Time is something you make, not something you find. All the more if you're in a position of responsibility. Lady Elisa is quite the multitasker herself. You should see her. She has no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies. Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much. You need to start using your time more creatively, Elisa, instead of simply doing what's required of you. I saw the railway guns at Corellia, you know, and I saw what those Octosons are capable of. And I can understand why Grandfather regrets ever making them. Do you honestly feel things like that are necessary? Are you really okay with that? I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you've realized that they're both necessities of this era we live in. well, the opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions. That's what someone who was truly independent would do anyway.
Still, I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon.
I didn't realize that I was at risk of being absolutely vaporized by a cannon that shoots nukes.
Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbow.
Don't mention it. We're
just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Not to mention Toa.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's president got going. Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well,
as long
about
as both
that.
Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low.
So about that.
Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that line down.
Thanks, Milliam.
Milliam? I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlem in action, though.
Oh, sure thing.
No.
Come on, Lamb.
No, don't. Stop
Whoa
her.
there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Getlem. Just a hunch.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
I swear to God.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just
Vander.
refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Oh, who might you be?
Vander! Weller!
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Weller!
Did Neidhart mention me? I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored
Mueller.
Division. I was with the
Mueller.
Prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
He's scary strong.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Oh.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women. Perhaps the prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool.
Mueller, get the fan.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to high. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Cruelty. Thy name is Mueller.
Help me. Help me.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync.
They do.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Help me. Ah.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
Bye, Mueller. Bye, Olivier. More days. 3 days had passed since the board of directors handed down their decision. With the assurance that our field studies would continue, we finally turned our attention to next month's festival. However, losing those couple days at the end of the month meant we had that much less time to prepare. And no matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of any really compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually...
Jeez, I can't believe we burned through another week already. But hey, at least it's the perfect weather for a weekend on the town. I hope you all enjoy your free day tomorrow. Especially since you got our practical exam coming up next week, Wednesday. You can't just send us off with a have a good weekend, could you?
I know it wouldn't be instructed Sarah if she didn't throw in a little dash for Torment. And we have this month's field study coming up at the end of the next week, right?
Yep, just like we've been planning. We might have made a few changes to the original itinerary, but nothing major. I'll tell you all about when we're headed there after the practical exam, so until then, keep on guessing.
Yeah, you don't need to make it into some dramatic revelation.
She always says so. Ooh, can't wait to find out where we're going this time. Oh, and by the way, you guys really need to figure out what you're going to do for the festival next month. First years have to participate, so if you can't think of anything, you'll be showing your field study reports instead.
What?
That certainly wouldn't be my first choice, or even my fifth. Anyway, that's a wrap for homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Miss Class President. Yes, instructor. Stan? Oh.
Well, I'm sure she was just joking about putting our field study reports on display. I hope. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? She's absolutely 100% serious. You know how she is. She would 1000% do that. Are you insane? Either way, we need to figure out what we're doing by the start of next week.
Sounds wise. Especially considering we have our practical exam on Wednesday and our field study next weekend.
If that's how things stand, we should make it our goal to at least have some solid ideas by the end of tomorrow.
We also need to check out the other classes, what the other classes are planning. If we end up doing something that was already being done, we'd seem totally redundant.
Yeah, we should split up and start gathering some info. But remember, we need to find something that'll work with the number of people we've got. Yeah, all the art classes have more than double the manpower we do easily. And they all seem to have some pretty grandiose aspirations at that. If greatness were reliant on numbers, museums would be full of artwork produced by committee. There must be some course of action that can turn our lesser dumbness into an advantage.
Yeah, the question is what?
If we had an easy answer, we wouldn't be spending all this time worrying over it.
I'm getting kind of pumped.
Well, inter-class competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it might spice things up. Thor's summer uniform. Thor's standard uniform. I honestly do prefer the jacketed look, honestly, for the characters. I don't know, it just feels more complete to me. Now, what we can do, apparently, first off, if,
more interest in the food stalls than anything else in the festival has to offer. It's so much fun to go around trying all the food on offer. My mouth's already watering.
And then... Aren't you Vincent? Talk of the festival brings back memories of our play last year. My first appearance on stage could be likened to a breathtakingly beautiful butterfly bursting forth from its cocoon. So wonderfully charming I was that ladies in the audience had to shut their eyes to resist swooning over me.
Some might say that your acting suddenly put everyone to sleep.
Damn. Next up, let's go to the library. The Barbie. Where's the Barbie? It just occurs to me that I very rarely ever walk to anywhere in this game. Did I ever read this? Yes, I have, I think. Yeah, I remember M. Nielsen. Erebonian Folklore, Volume 3. Considering the size and history of the Erebonian Empire, it should come as no surprise that it has a wealth of folklore, perhaps more than any other nation on the continent. This is the last in a series of 3 books that will introduce a small number of the legends and traditions in Erebonia. It is my wish that this series will stimulate new interest in the rich history and mythology of this great nation. Dark Dragon, an evil dragon said to have emerged from beneath the earth in Heimdall during the early Dark Ages. It is said that the miasma it exhaled turned the capital into the City of the Dead, resulting in Erebonia Center being temporarily moved to St. Ark to the south. Though no hard evidence exists to verify these claims, according to the legends, it was eventually vanquished by the Emperor and his knights. This is probably talking about the dragon that we fought during the Heimdall field study. Great Knight. A Great Knight claimed to have appeared on the continent on numerous occasions since even before the Erebonian Empire was founded 1,000 years ago. Existing descriptions of it are vague and differ between regions, suggesting that its existence is mere legend. Immortal King. Okay, Nosferatu, huh? Terrifyingly powerful fiends which exist in many tales across the country. Said to wield a staff and have a skull for a head, they are rumored to steal the lives of any who witness them. The origin of these particular creatures are unknown. In some provinces, regard them as no different from the Grim Reaper. The Crimson Demon, a fabled devil said to wield 1,000 weapons. Accounts describe it as wreathed in flames, but only a small number of reports exist, all found in the area surrounding Heimdall. Interesting. Additionally, another thing we should supposedly be able to find here. Cat. Decided to make a little visit to the academy today, did you? Kind of at a loss as to what our class could do for the festival. You wouldn't have any good ideas, would you? Just kidding. We'll figure something out. Probably. Here's some milk. I still don't know when I missed the chance to give her milk at some point, but I did, apparently. We can go into the engineering building, apparently, for an event. Ah! Where's Toa? Hey, Rean.
Speak of the devil, Crow was just talking about you. What's this I hear about you guys struggling with your plans for the Academy Festival?
It's embarrassing to say it, but it's true.
Well,
you've had so much on your plate with field studies. Who can blame you? You can start thinking of stuff now that's all that's out of the way, though. Good point. But it'd be nice if you'd actually lend a hand or something. And if I did, I'd be denying you youngsters a valuable lesson in independence. How could I live with myself? Sounds like Crow's already made himself at home in Class 7.
It sure does. In fact, they're getting along so well that I think he should spend another year with them.
Oh, Angelica, you're not seriously hoping I get held back here, are you? What did I ever do to you? That reminds me, actually. Hey, what did you all do for the last year's festival? We were in different classes, so we all did different things. My class had a little attraction that used some machines I built myself.
You certainly showed off your stuff with that, didn't you? Meanwhile, I had the pleasure of playing the leading man in a play we held in the auditorium.
That was popular. By which I mean all the girls went absolutely crazy for her and almost tore the auditorium down.
Of course, I had to wade through that sea of admirers to get to my top priority, Toa's class cafe. Just remembering how impossibly cute she was in her cat outfit sent shivers down my spine.
Wow, didn't know you could weaponize cuteness. Kia. Not only did Crow take charge by helping out a bunch of different places, he even organized our performance that closed out the festival. You all did that a performance together? Yeah, nothing too fancy. Might have been almost as popular as Jellica's play, though. I don't know.
Oh, let's not be humble now. It was far and away the most popular event at the festival. The audience was so excited that Toa managed to get over her initial nervousness and get really into it.
Now I've got to know what this is. Maybe I'll tell you about some other time. Speaking of Toa, actually, we can't really thank you enough for what you did while the trade conference was going on.
I guess that applies to Crow, too. I didn't even want to imagine what would have happened to her if you hadn't stopped those railway guns.
Okay, turn out the waterworks. No need to thank me for helping a buddy. He's right. Besides, it wasn't like we were the only ones involved either. I'm just glad we were all safe. We're all here safe and sound and can joke around about the festival like this. That's all the thanks I need. Even so, thanks, Rean. Good luck on coming up with something.
Seconded. If you need us to lend you a hand, just ask.
I'll do just that. Aw.
It's so sweet.
One last thing the guide I have mentions is if I want to fish, I can apparently fish. Why not we fish a little bit? The goldfish is here!
Now that's a catch! Now that's a catch!
Ugh.
Now that's a catch!
How many gold salmon are there?
Now that's a
How many fish does this pond have?
What even is this?
We'll use one of these. Ugh.
Now that's a catch. Not bad.
Where they got that?
What even is this?
Ah. Okie dokie, let's head back to the dorm. Let's save the game first. Weep. Let's head back to the dorm.
Insects, huh? Well, it is fall, I guess.
No.
Hard to believe I've already been here half a year. The festival used to seem so far off, and now it's just next month. The past 6 months really have flown by.
Huh? Is that you, Reed?
What? Toa! Hey!
Toa? Hey there. Haven't seen you out and about too much lately.
How was the terrifying press conference?
Well, the meeting I was in ended a little early, so I thought that was a nice point to call it a day.
I see. Did you guys discuss the Academy Festival?
Yep, we've still got a lot we need to nail down before next month to keep the preparations running smoothly. There's enough to discuss that we're actually meeting again tomorrow.
Sounds like work's really keeping you busy then. By the way, have you figured out what you'd like me to help you with tomorrow? I'll even take the tasks now if you have them handy.
Oh, I usually sort those out before I go to bed. I guess I could go over them now, but there's some shopping I really need to do. Sorry. Is it okay if I give them to you tomorrow morning like usual?
Works for me.
It's totally fine.
Rean, there's something I want to tell you. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to say it, but I want you and everyone from Class 7 to know how grateful I am for what you did at Corellia Fortress.
Don't mention it.
Oh. It's fine, really. We've gotten plenty of rounds of thanks for it already. We just kind of ended up in the wrong place at the right time, and we were lucky the instructors were there, and...
That doesn't change the fact that you saved my life. I wasn't on the same floor where the conference was being held, but if a shot from the railway guns had hit Orcus Tower, I doubt I'd be standing here today.
Toa, I'm just glad you're safe.
Yeah.
Thanks. Anyway, I feel like I'm just kind of babbling on and repeating myself now, so I'll stop myself here.
Okie dokie.
Huh. She's awfully conscientious, isn't she? Oh, you said you were on your way out to do some shopping, right? Is there a lot on your list?
Well, a pretty good amount, I suppose. Oh, and I just remembered I need to pick up that stuff at the bookstore, too.
Need help?
Then after I get everything I need at the general store, I might have to make a trip back here to drop it off.
Just let me help, for God's
You
sake.
could do that. Or I could come along with you and help carry all those bags. So how about it? No strings. I just feel like you could use a hand.
Oh no, there's no way I could drag you along on all my errands.
Too bad, I'm doing it anyways.
I mean, sure, it'd be a big help, but I just feel so bad asking you to do it.
Too bad, I'm doing it anyways.
Ugh, that makes it sound like deep down I secretly want you to come, and that's not...
Too bad, I'm doing it anyways.
Well, if it eases your conscience, there's actually something I need your advice on. It's about my class and what we can do for the upcoming festival.
Oh yeah, can you help us out on that? We don't know what to do. We might be screwed. Help! 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 Too much stuff. How were you planning on doing this all by yourself originally?
That should be everything.
How did you plan on doing this by yourself?
Wow, is it this late already?
I guess
mean,
the
Jesus.
sun has started setting a little earlier lately. Still, I had no idea you came here often.
Well, Mick is always able to get stuff you can't buy anywhere else. He's my go-to guy when there's something I can't get at the Academy store. Like fireworks to use in school events. I think we even asked him for a penguin costume once, and he actually got it.
Freaking penguin.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a pretty unique shopping list.
Uh-huh. Wait! How did you end up with all those bags?
I don't know.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, give me some of those.
No.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine. You're carrying plenty as it is.
Sorry, Rain. Well, how about we take a break in the rest area over there? I'll buy you a coffee or something. You wanted to ask me something about the Academy Festival too, right? Ooh, yeah. That does sound like a problem.
Help. You have 5 bags.
Well, your class doesn't have enough people to do anything that involves large-scale equipment or decorations. You all could get together and run a little cafe without any problems, if you all wanted to do something like that.
I'd thought about it, yeah. Still, if we're going to do something, I at least want it to be as impressive as what the other classes are doing.
Feeling a little competitive, aren't we, Rain? Well, you have enough people to put on a play or run a game tournament, but other first-year classes have already applied to do both of those.
I see. I don't really want to copy an idea another class is already doing. Actually, didn't you, Crow, Angelica, and George use the stage for your exhibit last year?
You heard about that? How much do you know?
Not too much. All of them seemed to dance around the details. One thing they all agreed on, though, was that it was a real hit.
Me and my big mouth.
What happened?
You really want to know?
Yes.
If you don't mind telling me anyway. Who knows? It might help me think of something Class 7 could do.
Why do I feel worried about what you're going to tell me?
Well, if you insist, I can't turn down a chance to help a sweet fledgling first year. Especially after how much you helped me, I'll reach down to my toes and muster every last bit of courage to tell you.
Why am I suddenly terrified?
Thanks. Was it some kind of traumatic experience or something?
Crow?
Well, in short, we put on a musical performance. A little concert of sorts, you could say.
That's it, though.
Wow, really? I wouldn't have expected that from you guys.
I only laugh because the imagery of all 4 of you using instruments is kind of hilarious. But I mean, with Elliot, we could actually make that work potentially.
So you can play an instrument then?
I am afraid not. That's how I got stuck being the singer.
Nice.
Angie, Crow, and George all played for the show, though.
Wow, that actually sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. If we put on a musical show, I'm sure Elliot would be a big help. So what kind of music was it? Classical? Folk? Show tunes?
Well, it's hard to describe, but it was passionate, really modern.
I have no idea how to interpret that.
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Well, it's not really a genre that's caught on in the Empire yet. You definitely wouldn't hear it played in Heimdall's Opera House, that's for sure.
Huh?
Alright. Do you have some free time tomorrow evening?
Why am I afraid?
If you can't come until after you're done exploring the old schoolhouse, that's okay with me.
Tomorrow evening? Yeah, I should be free. Should I meet you in the student council room?
Oh no. Can you go to the computer room in the main school building?
Sure thing. Does this have something to do with the concert you held last year?
You'll just have to find out tomorrow night.
I am suddenly afraid.
Anyway, sorry to keep asking favors of you, but would you mind coming to the lower class dormitory with me? If we stay out here much longer, we're going to miss dinner at the dorms.
You have a point. But really, I'm fine with all the bags. Just leave the heavy lifting to me.
You're so stubborn.
Too bad. Chapter 6. Progressive Chaos. Let's hang out in the dorm. I want to see what everyone say. Let's do exploring a little differently this time. First, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. Sarah!
I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. You got your next field study and your practical exam coming up too, so the sooner you think of something, the better. If you really can't think of anything, you could always just post up your field study reports and call it a day.
And win the award for most boring event ever? Not on my watch. We'll only have one chance to enjoy the festival as first years, after all.
Good, good, you understand. I'll be kicking back and enjoying the festival for all it's worth. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all dream up.
You scare me.
The chairmen say that she has high hopes for the Academy Festival. Visitors will be coming from all different regions, so it would be quite stimulating for the economy, she says.
Oh.
Of course, she's also looking forward to your performance as well. I'm tingling with anticipation myself. But the chairman and I have high hopes.
I can't stop yawning. You've been coming around pretty often these days, huh? Guess you must really like whatever Sharon's been making for you.
Yeah.
I have to do that every now and then. Sorry. It just satisfies me. Nothing. Okie dokie. Crow! Looking forward to seeing what crazy idea you decide on. Can't put you out too much, though. Having someone as brilliant as me on your side already feels like stacking the deck. Fair enough. We'll figure out something on our own. That side feels like you guys have finally gotten used to having me around. Guess that means I can finally take it easy. I guess so. Marcus is still adjusting to your antics, I think. But to me, you've always been a little too lax to fit the image of the model upperclassman. I mean, now that you've got the red jacket and everything, I might even forget you were ever a second year. Ouch, man. That one might have hit a little too close for home. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, good luck with coming up with something interesting. Old Crow will be here looking out for all you tender first years. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Elliot!
The things we can pull off with just the number of people we've got in Class 7 are kind of limited, huh? Personally, I'd like if we did something music-related, but that might be too much of a stretch.
That reminds me, Toa mentioned that she was involved with some kind of concert for last year's festival. Maybe she'll have some good ideas for us when I go see her tomorrow evening.
I keep trying to think of something, but pondering on it my own hasn't really been working out. I guess tossing ideas back and forth with each other is the way to go.
Marcus! Helping my club prepare for the festival while trying to brainstorm an idea for our own class is proving to be a challenge. I'll have to divide up our time wisely to make sure everything goes well. Well, I don't have any clubs to worry about, so I'll devote my extra time to finding a good idea for us. You say that, but I get the feeling you're even busier than the rest of us. The chess club's already decided what it's doing for the festival. Ideally, I want to come up with an idea that only we could pull off. Use this! I'm certain my brother has much on his mind, but shaming him through our lack of creativity simply isn't an option. We must come up with an idea befitting our class and status. Ah, he's really serious about this. Bringing shame to my brother through our lack of creativity simply isn't an option. We must come up with an idea, but yeah. Guys, the idea of an academy holding its own festival is pretty new to me. We did have seasonal festivals in Nord, though, so maybe it's like those. I don't doubt that coming together to put on a festival that everyone in the school can enjoy will be a lot of fun. Now we just need to think of something our class can do for it. I'm planning on inviting my family to the Academy Festival. Now we just need to think of something our class can do for it. Okie dokie. Up top.
B. Guess I'll go straight to bed tonight. Easier to come up with ideas when you're well rested.
That's true. That raises the question, with all those naps you take, how are you always so tired?
Years of experience.
Oh, right. That makes sense. It actually doesn't... What?
It's easier to come up with ideas. Night.
Thanks, V. Lisa!
I'll try asking my clubmates about their festival plans later. Ferris is an upper class student, and the other two are second year, so I'm sure they've got something amazing up their sleeves. Who wants to bet their answers are only going to depress me?
Yeah, we don't exactly have a lot of options either. Still, I'm sure we'll come up with something that we can really be proud of.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'll try asking everyone in the lacrosse club about their plans. Let's see if we can find something that'll be perfect for our class. My club isn't meeting for practice tomorrow, so maybe I should spend the day pondering an idea for the festival. I also made arrangements with Sharon to teach me, too.
Oh? What are you planning on having her teach you?
It's nothing too important. Don't worry about it. An idea involving the pool might not go over all that well now that summer has passed. There's no club prize to attend to tomorrow, so maybe I should spend the day pondering an idea for the festival.
Mishi. Emma! What's wrong, Emma?
Oh, sorry. I guess I've been feeling rather out of it lately. Maybe it's because I've been so focused on coming up with ideas for the Literature Club's short story collection.
You should take the chance to get some good rest tonight, then.
That's exactly what I tend to do. Literature Club may be keeping me busy, but I'm still trying to think up some ideas for what our class can do. I hope one of us comes up with a surefire idea soon.
Milliam.
People keep telling me that festivals are all about the good stalls. I wonder what kind of tasty stuff they'll have.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being excited for them, but we should probably focus on an idea for our class for right now.
I know. Festivals are about food stalls. Can't wait.
And, well, we already know you're not in your room, so... Okay. Night. Should I call it a day? Yes. Here we go. Another free day. From heart to stomach. Mint. I'm thinking of making some food as a present for someone, but I don't know what to make. It's gotta be something that screams me, you know? I think I'll need someone's help to figure that out. If you've got a stomach of steel and can help me out, meet me in the cafeteria kitchen in the Student Union. Mint, Year 1, Class 3. A personal request. Angelica, Reen, I have to ask you to do me a favor. I'll be in the training hall on the first floor of the gym. If you come prepared. Are we gonna fight Angelica and the old schoolhouse? Good Mr. Schwarzer, we have come to an amazing... Good Mr. Schwarzer, we have come to an amusing juncture at which, even were I to submit a blank request form, you would naturally suit my intent to be an investigation in the old schoolhouse, and so it is once again. I love Van Dyke. This guy, he's just making more and more absurd, request notes. This is like, yeah, you already know what I'm talking about. Just go do the thing. Across from Angelica, if she put it in directly, then I guess it doesn't have anything to do with the Orbital bike. But it says to come prepared. Wonder what that's all about. Let's see, we got the usual letter from the principal and the other's request for help making a dish. And then this evening, I'm meeting Toe up in the computer room. Curious what she has to show, but I guess right now I should just focus on the task I've got right here. Well, I got a nice fall day on our hands, and it looks like this weather's gonna stick around for a while. My first free day since we switched back to the long-sleeved uniforms, too. Better roll up those sleeves and get to work. I love our long-sleeve outfits. So, the guide mentions that there's actually a ton of, different, character profiles you can get with the classmates. However, because of the amount of, free time you actually have, it's not possible to actually get them all. Oh boy, terrorism at the trade conference. Brewing amazing coffee, cats, amazing cookware, and manly munchy steak. You munching on steak? Not that. Let's take a look at what we've got. Expert cookware. Milliam. Would not have expected a Milliam to be that one, actually, honestly. Manly munchy steak. Cats. Emma's gotta see this. I alternately could have believed that it would have been Feet that wanted that one. And this is Machias. Yep, Machias is a coffee drinker. And of course, let's read the book. Alright, issue number 8. 8. Terror at the Trade Conference. The Imperial Government has held a press conference on the terrorist attack that occurred during the West Lemuria Trade Conference in the Crossbelt State last month. In it, it was announced that they have submitted a report detailing what occurred to the Imperial household. As we have obtained a copy of the document, we have the opportunity to shed new light on what transpired. Who were the terrorists? The report revealed that the attack was carried out by 2 separate groups of terrorists. One was a faction of an anti-immigration group which operates in the Calvary Republic, while the other was the Imperial Liberation Front. It appears that the 2 groups joined forces in an attempt to carry out the assassination of key government figures. The attack's resolution. The conference was suddenly interrupted by 2 airships equipped with machine guns. Soon afterwards, terrorists from both groups infiltrated the building and began a dramatic shootout with security forces. The man responsible for turning this hopeless situation around was none other than Chancellor Osborne. Not long after the attack began, an elite unit he had dispatched to the scene sprang into action, bringing the crisis to an end and ensuring the safety of the participants, including His Highness Prince Olivert. Looking back, it seems clear that the safe resolution of this attack was entirely due to Chancellor Osborne's exceptional crisis management skills. However, a specialist who saw the security protocols in place described them as lacking. Similar criticisms have been raised within the government itself. The aftermath. The revelation that last month's attack was caused in part by the same group responsible for the recent attack in Heimdall has led the Imperial Army to further raise the alert level and continue to pursue the group's whereabouts with an increased sense of urgency. That the group's members are traitors to their country is beyond question. Anyone with information that may aid in their capture is encouraged to contact the authorities as soon as possible. Furthermore, rumors have begun to spread that one of Crossbell's heads of state proposed the establishment of Crossbell as an independent state, but these are thought to be baseless and can safely be ignored. No, they can't. Emergency Council meeting called. The Provincial Council has met in Ortis, a capital of the Lumiere province. The aim is thought to have been to reaffirm their solidarity in maintaining public order in the face of the recent terrorist attacks. According to an attendee, we will fulfill our duty as nobles, member of one of the great orrery houses. Travel to Ymir, the hot springs paradise. For today's feature, I decided to board a more local line, or more specifically a cable car. A journey took just short of an hour on the Ymir funicular railway took me to a small town of Ymir, nestled in the stunning Isengard range. A quick jaunt is all it takes, so why not enjoy a drink while gazing at the spectacular scenery yourself? Carroll Imperial Villa. A simple trip into the suburbs of Heimdall can often result in unexpected discoveries. Carroll Imperial Villa, located to the northwest of the city, is just one of them. The villa is said to be home to both Crown Prince Cedric and Princess Alphen. I asked a member of the security team at what time the limousine to take the Princess Alphen to St. Strias School leaves in the morning. Her Highness travels to school on a private train, was the reply. It seems the Imperial Villa's security arrangements are as perfect as one would imagine. Okie dokie. So, as for who we can hang out with, our options include... Oh, Jesus Christ. Elliot, Emma, Fee, Gaius, Eustace, Laura, Machias, and Sarah. And my cat, apparently, because the cat has just appeared under my feet. Lola, what are you doing? Do you want out? Let me let her out. Lola, do you want downstairs? Here, Lola. Now the dog's there too. Hang on, give me a second. I have to do an emergency saving operation. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 seconds. Sorry, the cat doesn't like to cross paths with the dog, and the dog was blocking the stairs, so I had to pick up the cat and move them to the other side of the stairs so that they could actually get down. Sorry about that. All right, what were we doing? Oh yeah, looking at the bonding events. I feel like I need to breathe now. We can't get all these events, obviously. Just have to do what I can. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. Sorry, I'm looking at something. We might save this for next time. Yeah, we'll save this for next time. I had a little bit longer of an episode last time, so we'll have a little bit shorter of a episode this time. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Peace. Why did I lose my breath doing that?